Hello and good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you out there, wherever you are in the world at this very moment. This is Samuel Anekan Udo welcoming you to Edison Online Academy. I'll be taking you today on how to draw cycles on Autocad using the cycle command. So without much ado, I will just move over directly to the software right away. So today, like I said, that we will be drawing cycles. We'll be drawing the cycles of these four cycles with the following dimensions: radius 8, radius 10, diameter 30, and diameter 40. R stands for radius, R stands for radius, while this cycle with the straight lines to the center stands for diameter. This is how diameter is expressed in AutoCAD. In drawing, radius is R, diameter is the cycle with a line through. So we draw the following cycle. But before we draw this cycle, we are going to be drawing this in. We'll draw, first of all, draw two cycles without dimensions. Now we just freestyle. So what do I do? Let me go over to a new drawing directly. So I go over here. I've already done my settings. I've set my units to unitless. I've set my limit. My limit is 0,0 and 150, 100. I've set my menu bar. My draw tools are already set. My modify tools are also set. My window is all set. I have actually minimized my ribbon, which I have actually shown you. I want to have a large draw area. That is why I minimize the ribbon. If I want to get the minimum back, the ribbon back, what do? I come over here. It says show full ribbon. Show full ribbon is written. I click. It shows the full ribbon, but the ribbon is occupying a large part of my screen. That is why I don't want the ribbon. So I will go back. Minimize to panel buttons, no. Minimize to tabs. So I'm going to minimize to tabs. Okay. So that is how you actually minimize the ribbon with these two buttons. Now I'm here, it's saying show full ribbon. Okay. So now, like I said, I'm going to draw two cycles freestyling. So what do? We go to the cycle tool. This is to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The cycle tool is the 7 tool, draw tool on the left-hand side that we've already displayed, which I've already taught you how to display this tool. If you can visit my previous video and you learn if you don't know how to display it over here. So I click on the cycle tool. What does it tell me? It tells me specify center point for cycle. That is what I have on the command line. So I'm going to specify the center point. Anywhere on the screen, I come there, I click. It tells me to specify radius of cycle. I don't want to specify any radius right now. I just want to freestyle. So I just drag out my mouse, move it outward, and the cycle is drawn. I click. I left click again, and the cycle remains on the screen. So it's just as simple as that. So let me just go right. I click on cycle 2 on my left hand side. I click on the cycle 2. It tells me to specify center point. I click anywhere to specify the center point. I am told to specify radius. I don't want to specify radius. I just want to draw any radius. So I just move out word from the center, and the cycle is drawn. Okay. So this is how to just draw any cycle of any radius of diameter that you want to draw. If you don't have any diameter in mind or radius in mind, you can just draw. So now I'm going to delete it. So I select the two cycles and I delete both of them. So how do I delete now? I right click and look for erase on the screen. I could have still pressed the delete key on the keyboard, or I come to my modify tools on the right hand side and click on the erase icon here. Okay, so there are many ways to actually carry out a task. So right now, like I said, we'll be drawing these cycles with these dimensions. So we're going to start with the one of radius 8. So we go back. So the first thing you do is that you click on the cycle icon. You come to your screen. I want to draw within this rectangle boundary. This rectangle actually defines my limit. So I click here. to specify the center point. That will be the first command on the command line. Specify center point. I've done that. I've clicked on to specify a center point. Now on the command line, if you look at the command line, it tells you to specify radius of cycle. So the radius of cycle is what? 30. I type in 30, I press enter, and the cycle is drawn. Okay. Sorry, it wasn't 30, it was 8. So let me delete it and do it again. I come to cycle, I am told to specify center point for cycle. I do that. I am told to specify radius. The radius is 8. I type in 8 on my command line. I type 8 on my keyboard, press enter, and the cycle is drawn. That is the cycle there. Okay. So the next cycle is radius 10. In the same vein, I come back to my new drawing where I'm going to draw. I click on cycle 2. It says I should specify center point for cycle. I go anywhere on my screen. I click. It tells you to specify radius. Our radius in this case instance is what? 10. So I type in 10. I press enter, and the cycle is drawn there. So we've drawn 2, radius 8 and radius 10. So it remains the one with diameter 30 and diameter 40. So we're going to move to that one. How to draw when specifying the diameter. So the same method, I come here, click on the cycle 2. It tells me to specify center point. I click anywhere on my screen. It tells me to specify radius of cycle. I don't want to specify radius. On your command line, it tells you specify radius of cycle or diameter. I want to specify the diameter. So radius is the first option, the default option. If I type in 30 now, it's going to take it as a radius. It will take it, accept it as a diameter. For it to accept it as a diameter, I have to click on diameter on the command line. So I take my cursor to the diameter and I click. And now it says specify diameter of cycle. 20 is there. That's the previous value that has been typed. So, but my value is not 20, it's 30. So I'm going to type 30, my own value, which is 30, to nullify that 20 that is there. So for it to accept it, I press enter. And now it has drawn the cycle of diameter 30 for me. Okay, so we have one more cycle remaining, the cycle of diameter 40. I still come back to the cycle 2. I click on it. I come to the screen. I am told to specify center point on my command line. I click on the screen, on my draw area. Click anywhere. It tells you to specify radius or diameter. I want to specify diameter, so I have to click on diameter on the command line. I click on diameter with my cursor. I place my cursor and click on that diameter. It now tells you to specify diameter. It has shown the previous one 30, which I did, but now my diameter is 40, so I have to type in 40 and press enter. So the cycle of diameter 40 is drawn. So how do we actually confirm? This was radius 8, radius 10, diameter 30, diameter 40. Are we sure that we are right? That AutoCAD has given us the right thing, which we gave it instruction to produce. So let's check. We're going to use measure region command. So I type in MEA. Measure region pops up. I click on measure region. So measure region, it tells me move cursor or distance radius. So I'm going to measure the radius. So with my cursor, I click on radius. It tells me select arc or cycle. Let me select this one. I select this cycle here. So what happens? It writes radius 8. The radius is 8, just like we drew. We told AutoCAD to draw a rectangle of radius 8. The radius is 8. So the diameter is 16. Diameter of this cycle is 16. Radius is 8. So let's measure the diameter of this one here. So the command, measure region command, is still active. So instead of typing that afresh, I'm still going to make use of it. So I come, there's no diameter on this window, but there's radius. So I click on radius. It tells me to select arc or cycle. I want to measure this one. So I click on it. It gives you radius 20, diameter 40. The diameter was actually 40. So we are actually correct. We are correct with what we have actually done. So with this, actually, we have come to the end of our AutoCAD lessons for today. I hope you actually had a wonderful time with me. So you can go over it several times. If there is any place where you are finding some challenge, you can just drop your comments or you WhatsApp me on +234-8038295185. Thank you for giving me your time, for spending your time to learn with us. And please, I'll beg you to subscribe to my channel, like my video as well, and drop your comments and share with others. Thank you, and meet me in the next lesson. Thank you so much for being with me. So I'll be signing off right now. Bye.